Ever wonder what really happens when you just disappear from someone's life? I'm not talking about pulling back a little, I mean gone. No messages, no explanations, no closure. You stop calling. You stop showing up. You go completely silent. And the craziest part, it's in your silence that they finally start to hear you. In today's world, where people constantly expect you to stick around no matter how poorly they treat you, walking away isn't weakness, it's power. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt like they were the only one trying, the only one caring, the only one holding the relationship together while the other person just coasted. If you're tired of being taken for granted, lean in. We're about to dive deep into the 9 things they secretly feel when you walk away. And stick around till the end. There's a 10th bonus realization they'll have that most people never talk about. Let's get into it. 1. The sting of rejection. This is where it hits first, and it hits hard. They never thought you'd actually leave. Why would you? You were always there, always understanding, always patient, even when they ignored your needs or dismissed your feelings. You stayed until you didn't. When you disappear without warning, it's like getting slapped in the face with reality. They feel rejected, but not just on the surface. It shakes something deeper. Think about it like this. Imagine someone who's always had Wi-Fi, always connected. Then one day, without notice, it's gone. Suddenly they can't function. They don't even realize how much they relied on it until it's not there. That's what your absence does to them. They feel like they've lost control. And people hate that, because when someone knows you'll always be around, they stop trying. You become their safety net. But the second you walk away, that net disappears. And now, they're free-falling, alone, confused, and, yes, terrified. 2. The void of missing you. At first, they act like it's no big deal. They tell themselves, it's fine. I didn't need them anyway. They distract themselves, hang out with friends, scroll endlessly, maybe even date someone new. But when the noise dies down and they're left alone with their thoughts, it creeps in. The emptiness. That quiet, haunting kind of void, the one that used to be filled by your presence, your laughter, your support, the way you checked in on them even when they didn't deserve it. Now it's gone, and nothing they try can replace it. You see, when someone takes you for granted, they assume you're interchangeable. They think they can find another you just like that. But real connection, that's not plug and play. It's rare, it's energy, it's emotional depth, and when it's missing, it's not just noticeable, it's devastating. One guy I coached recently told me, I walked away from a girl who never appreciated me. She acted cool for the first week, but then she started texting late at night, posting cryptic stories, even asking our mutual friends about me. That's when I knew she felt the void. The emptiness always comes. Let them feel it. 3. Overwhelming curiosity. Here's where it gets interesting. After the initial sting and the growing void, something else kicks in. Obsession. They want to know where you are, who you're with, what you're doing. Are you happy? Are you already seeing someone else? They check your social media. They reread old texts. They might even message your friends pretending they're just checking in. But here's the twist. You've gone silent. No stories, no tweets, no status updates. You're a ghost. And nothing drives curiosity like silence. Psychologists say that uncertainty creates the strongest emotional pull. Why? Because when the brain doesn't have answers, it fills in the blanks, usually with worst-case scenarios. So now, they're imagining you smiling with someone new, someone who listens better, loves deeper, treats you the way they never did. That image alone, it's torture. Let them spiral. Let the mystery grow, because in your silence, you become the loudest thing in their mind. 4. Deep self-reflection. By now, they've stopped pretending they're okay. They've felt the sting. They've felt the void. They've become obsessed with the mystery of where you've gone. And now, they turn inward. This is where the self-reflection begins. And trust me, it's brutal. They start asking the questions they avoided for so long. Was I too cold? Did I take them for granted? Was I really that distant? And they know the answers. Deep down, they always did. You see, self-reflection doesn't hit while you're still around. As long as they could blame you, they never had to look in the mirror. But now, with nothing left to distract them, their own behavior echoes louder than ever. They replay every moment, every ignored message, every time they chose ego over empathy, every sarcastic comment they threw at you just to feel superior. And the worst part, they realize you were the best thing that ever happened to them, and they let it slip away. 5. The urge to pursue you. Now the tables turn. You were once the one who reached out, who showed up, who tried. But now, they're the ones texting late at night. They're the ones watching your stories from burner accounts. They're the ones liking your old photos from 6 months ago, just to get noticed. They might even break their silence and say something like, "Hey, I've been thinking about you lately." Translation: they're panicking. One guy I know got a long email from his ex a month after he walked away. She said, "I didn't realize how much you meant until I felt your absence." Of course she didn't, because some people don't learn until the person they treated like an option walks away and never looks back. Don't respond. Let them chase what they once ignored. Let them feel what it's like to want something they can't have. 6. The battle between relief and regret. This stage is full of confusion. At first, they told themselves walking away was the best thing that ever happened. They said things like, "I'm glad it ended. I needed space. I feel free." But freedom without peace, that's just noise. They go out, party, flirt, hook up, but every high is followed by a hollow crash, because they thought losing you would feel like winning, but instead, it feels like losing part of their soul. They sit alone in a quiet room and start to wonder, did I make a mistake? Spoiler alert, they did. And now regret creeps in like a slow poison. Let them feel it. Let them realize freedom isn't worth it when it costs them someone real. 7. The desire to play the game. Here's when desperation turns petty. They try to bait you back into their orbit, not by being honest, but by playing games. They might post pictures with someone new, share inspirational quotes about moving on, act like they're suddenly thriving, but none of it is real. It's all performance, and it's all for your attention. You've probably seen it before. The late night selfie with that forced smile, the cryptic Instagram story. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. Don't bite. This is not about love. This is about control. They're not missing you. They're missing the power they had over you. When you don't react, when you don't play back, they lose because you've outgrown the game. 8. The crushing weight of silence. If they thought the silence was painful before, now it's unbearable. They send that just checking in message, and it gets left on read. Or worse, no response at all. That's when the silence starts screaming. Because silence isn't just quiet, it's a mirror, and it reflects everything they've done wrong. Suddenly they remember every time you reached out, and they ignored it. Now they would give anything for a reply. Just a hey, or a hope you're well, but you're gone. Not angry, not bitter, just Done. And that's the kind of silence they never forget. 9. The fear that brings them crawling back. Here comes the breakdown. All the pride, all the ego, it crumbles because now they're not just missing you. They're scared. Scared that you've moved on. Scared that someone else sees your worth now. Scared that the door's closed for good. They imagine you building a new life, smiling in someone else's arms, laughing like they never made you laugh. And that image haunts them. So they reach out. They beg. They say they've changed. They might say, I didn't know how to love you before, but I do now. And maybe it's true. But here's the Stoic truth. Just because someone's afraid to lose you doesn't mean they deserve to have you. The realization of emotional independence. This one's not about them. It's about you. Because the most powerful moment in this entire process is when you realize you didn't walk away to punish them. You walked away to protect yourself. You finally chose peace over chaos, self-worth over validation, freedom over fear. You stopped hoping they'd change and started changing your life. And here's the beautiful part. They feel it. They sense that you're different. Not bitter, just better. Not waiting, just living. That emotional independence, that's what terrifies them the most, because now they know you're not coming back. So what's the takeaway? Don't be the one who stays and hopes. Be the one who walks away with dignity, because when you disappear, they don't just feel your absence, they finally feel your worth. If this episode resonated with you, drop a comment below. I'm done being an option. And don't forget to subscribe to Walled Mind, where we turn pain into power and silence into strength. You're not just walking away. You're walking into your power. You walked away for a reason. Now they finally understand why. Drop a comment if this hit home. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.